So these are graduates from the class BSNS 7350 Operations Management, and today we're doing a debrief on some of the lessons that we've learnt from undertaking the class and some of the obstacles we overcome, and a little bit of discussion about the projects that we took. So first of all, what were some of the highlights that you experienced as part of the journey in the class?
For this class, it's quite different from other, because we have to study some knowledge in the real world instead of just read textbook and to read journal articles. So it's quite different. And also we have to access to real planet. It's different from other class. So some of the knowledge and skills that I have gained from this class is very valuable.
Yes, I agree with Terry. Than the previous subjects, for us it is quite different in this, because we have to face the client directly and we negotiate with the client, find out the issues, and we address the issues. It's all real world experience, so it's not only theory but practical as well. So it's a different kind of experience for us, and it's a very good way of learning it.
Yeah, I would say the same. Like, it gives a work experience, and I guess like we can put this in our CV. Like, it gives a real world experience, so it's a very good thing for us. Yeah.
What were some of the specific highlights that you experienced on the class? Specific events.
For me personally, I think the whole reviewing, like submitting the draft and having to rewrite again was really helpful. Like, at first I find it really annoying, I gotta be honest, because it's like it's giving me something to do every week, and because I have other things to do, but then I still had to do it. But then at the end, now I realize why you had to do that. And it's not you, but it's you're helping us in terms of our writing to improve. You know, it's instead of like for other courses being mentioned, we have to like just submit the final. That's it, and whatever marks that you get from that, that's it. As for you, you will have to divide. It's like it's fair that way, that you write something and because you believe that we can do better than that, and then when we get to the final draft, our work is improved, so we deserve a better grade than what we've done before. So that's what I really, really like about this course.
Thank you. Some specific highlights that you experienced on the course?
Okay, personally for me, it was the visit to the company which we were doing the research on, which is Breast Pies Limited in Danimora. It was a hands-on approach system which we are using within the course, and like the other guy said, it's different from other papers or courses in the sense that we get like a little bit of experience, which is helpful on our CV, and also it's not a matter of just assuming or making assumptions. You are dealing with the actual problem, and you get to know the actual problems. Unlike when you are writing other essays, it's just an assumptions, and you're just going to read journals, go through journals, then come up with your own conclusion. I think it's a better approach, which you are taking with this course. Yeah, thank you.
I would say the feedback session what we had with the group, that would be a specific highlight, because you talk about the good things about your team members, and then you talk about the things which you need to improve on, and that has certainly helped me a lot. And the things what I have told to my team members, I can see them improving on the things which they lack, and that was a very good feedback session what we had.
So let's move on now to some of the challenges that you experienced as part of the course. Some of those difficult, tough parts of the course that you managed to overcome.
I would go back to day one. So honestly speaking, like all the other classes, I took this class very lightly, and my first executive summary I got a 20, and I was very low and I didn't know what to do. The first thing came to my head was I emailed Peter, and I got very good feedback which I worked on, and from that day I realized that this class is different than the other classes and you need to work each and every week. You can't just do it on last day. So that is what I learned from this class, that you have to do everything from as soon as the class is over. You need to start at that point itself.
Yeah, the challenges I face personally was that I had to write drafts over and over again. A challenge I had to overcome it. And I had to do it, which helped me. And every time I looked at the previous draft, I would ask myself, what else do I need to improve in this next draft? And the other challenge was during our research with Best Buys. It was very hard to get information because the boss or director of the company most of the time is always out of the country, and our link to the company, he had a tragedy. He's going through some tough times, so it also affected us. But however, we'll overcome it.
I would have to agree with Percy on that project that we were doing, as also the standard of writing, like the expectation, like because it's a level 7 paper and it's your last semester, so you gotta get up to like a level where you should. With, like, for example, when you go out there to the real world, into a real company, that is what they expect. So this is part of the training from here, which is why we're here, to be trained in how to be perfect and to be professional. That was a challenge, but it really helps.
Yeah, my challenge I've already mentioned in my first reflective journal. The day first when I came here, when you talk about different assignments, I was totally lost. And when you said that, yeah, you have got a big assignment, you have to go into the real business, I have no idea how would I complete that. That I've already mentioned in my reflective journal. I was terrified. But after 2-3 weeks, I got a bang on that, and now it's towards the end of the course, and I'm settled here.
My challenge was to manage this subject along with the other course subjects, because we had so many assignments. But like initially when we came into this course, or there was another course I'm doing with you, the BPI, I didn't have a clue where I'm heading. But after sometimes you explain to us the progress, how we have to work, and what are the changes that you have to do, that really helped us to overcome that challenge. Now we understand what we have to do to pass this course and to get into a good grade. So it is very helpful for us, the progress, and initially we didn't understand, but gradually we started to understand and put ourselves in proper order so that we can achieve that goal. So that was a challenge, and that helped us to overcome the help support that got from you.
Yeah. For me, the challenge is that how to let client to understand the benefits and our work will benefit for their business. Because I always to think that if we are really a company, and could our work be allowed or be accepted by the customer, could pay for our products or service. could we provide values to their business? So it always drive me to go further and further. So that's the biggest challenge.
Thank you, thank you. What else? Nice, yeah. What about some of the other special features of the course? You've mentioned some. What were some of the different features of this course that you might have liked or initially had some hesitancy about, but you eventually came to hate, or you eventually came to value? What was especially different about this course?
For me, I would say the dealing with the real client. That's a totally different, new thing. Like not like previous subjects or anything, we never deal with a real client. We speak about the real company, but we didn't deal with the client directly. But this course, this subject, we dealt with the client directly and negotiated with the client. So that's a very new key feature.
Yeah.
I would say that when we first started our project, we didn't know what we were going to do, and we had so many different things to ponder upon. And when we met the client, we spoke with them. That's how we came to know the real issues, and we worked hard on it, meeting the client every time. And looking at a presentation, I feel that we've done a good job. So from day one till now, there's a big change what we've done. So I thank my team for that. Everyone has contributed a lot.
And another thing is this assignment, the major part comes the weight for the successfully completing this course come from team group assignment. Then the individual like executive summary or anything, then that the major portion comes from the group assignment, how you contribute, how you do your project, how you do your finish your assignment. So that's the key, you have to like focus on that mainly.
Yeah. And also for me, because I'm the team leader for the project, and what I have learned from this class specifically is to how to motivate the team members and to work together to pursue the goal of the project. So if we are working in a real company or organization, we have to deal with the human resource management issues, such like how to motivate, how to plan, how to deliver, how to lead. So for the client communication, it's the business, one part of the business. But for the internal communication, it's another part, another end of the real working in the real world, I think. So it's important and rare.
Yeah.
And I think the whole presentation thing, like every week we have to present, it builds confidence. Like as for me, I find that presentation on that day, it just like any other day to me, which is why I find so much confidence to stand up and just talk, because this is something we always do every class, and I find that that was very good. That was an important move from Peter compared to every other class. Like when it comes to presentation, that's all we could think of for the whole course. Oh my gosh, we have your presentation in 3 weeks, and that's all we could think about. As for this class, we're scared every day to come to class because we have presentation. But to me, I was like, why is Peter doing this? Like, why do we have to present when we are going to present on like last week? We had that presentation, but then last week that's when I got my answer. I didn't have to ask you, but then I straight away why.
Realize.
Which is really good.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So that's special features. Lessons learned. What are some of the special lessons that you've learned about yourself and about operations management from this course. You've mentioned about leading a team to success. What about some of the other special lessons that you've learned?
For me, I learned the project planning, because from the day one, like nobody had the confidence that we would finish our project by time, but we kept the like time targets and coordinate with the client, coordinate with the team, and keep a schedule. Okay, by this time I need the projects, and managing a project completely from the scratch to finishing it successfully. So that was a key thing that I learned, how to manage it, motivate, get the things done from the team. And the support was there for me like throughout this thing. Like without them I won't be able to do anything.
What tools did you use?
Gantt chart, and keep on monitoring, and always discuss with the team, and keep on showing like Godly would send an email, or like we communicate each other and say, okay, this is where we are, this is what we have to achieve. And every week we had 2 meetings. So first meeting is after the class. We say, okay, this is our weekly plan, this is what we have to do to this week. So when we come on the next Thursday, which is our second meeting, 1 o'clock we'll assemble again, and we say, okay, this is what we have done for this week, this is how we have to do the presentation, this is what we have to do for today's class. So we always keep on upgrading, updating with the information and communicating properly. So that was a key for us.
Yeah, when I say like last time when we had a feedback section, I learned from that, because you said like fake it and make it, and last week I made it. Yeah.
So you're talking about the feedback session from the clients?
Yeah,
Yes.
the feedback section which we had together.
Of the team feedback
Yeah,
session?
Team feedback.
Ah, right.
That time you came and told me like you have to fake it and then make it.
Right.
And last week I made it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just go through that one again. Just start again that answer. So tell us about the team feedback session, because that was a sort of a unique thing. It was
Yeah.
a unique thing for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
Yes.
and it was a new thing for you,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how it was going to go. But you've mentioned, several of you have mentioned that it was a valuable experience.
Yeah.
Very
So-
It's a motivating.
Yeah, it was
So,
motivating.
so just describe what the team feedback, just imagine you're talking to future
Yes,
students.
yeah,
So
yeah.
talk about the team feedback
Yeah,
session
it
and how
was
that's
like
valuable.
it was motivating, and after the team feedback, the confidence which we had in each other, it made us more, because before the feedback section we were believing that these members have confidence in me, but after that they gave us the motivation, and even not only the positive feedbacks, they even give us negative feedbacks which we have, not negative, the recommendation which we have to make, so that it was really grateful for achieving our target. So that's it, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So someone else would like to talk about that team feedback session.
So for the team feedback, you will understand what will be your strengths and weakness. And because sometimes if you don't have feedback from others, you don't understand what really your strengths and weakness. So it will give you a direction for the future study or work. Yeah, so I think it's useful.
And we came to know how we can contribute further to our group. Like we thought we are doing it right, but after that feedback session we know, okay, whether we are on the right track, whether we are contributing it correctly, or we need to improve some other aspects as well. So that was a good lesson for us. We learned whether we are doing it right. If we are doing it right, what other values we can add in, things like that.
Yeah. Because we focus on behavior instead of personality.
Yeah,
So it's important.
it's like Hafsal knows what I lack in, and I know what Hafsal lacks in, so we can like
Yeah.
contribute on that.
Because
part.
we focus on our target. It's how to finish this project well, and how to deliver better job. So we'll focus on this
Yeah.
target objective. So based on that, we can put the real or insightful ideas to other team members.
And it increases the understanding of each team member, and we can assign tasks accordingly so that they are comfortable with delivering the task, completing it, and we are comfortable like pushing them because we know they can do better. So the understanding was built up there.
So we've heard from one team. What about the other team about that feedback session? You used it in a different kind of way, didn't you?
I don't quite understand what team feedback you guys are talking about.
The peer
team.
Evaluation.
Evaluation.
We had few big
In the middle of the semester.
Before
the
going in here and
spring
you
break.
Seven,
Guys were doing
week
there.
8, 6.
week
Before the
6.
spring
Six.
break,
Oh, well.
Dominic had a session.
Yeah.
you always sitting over there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sitting here.
Okay, with my team, it was quite helpful when we had that, because like as you can see from day one when we had that presentation thing, it's mostly either Dominic or Hamid that speak, like they just present the whole time, whereas we, Percy and Avenda, we did want to talk, but we didn't really, I don't know, we just,
Nervous.
we just didn't know if we're supposed to talk or, it's just Dominic or Hamid. And until we have that team meeting, and then we get to talk and explain to them what we want, and we want to be a part of the team and engage and talk. And we came up with a good result on the following week. As you can all see, we
Yeah.
all,
Cheers.
take part in.
That was
And
a big
and then after that, then we all know what we're doing. Like, I know Dominic's been, talking the whole time, but then sometimes I just can't. There's just too much information, and I just can't be bothered listening. Well, this is the truth. And after that, then we get to like assign tasks and stuff, and we get to know. Oh, okay, we're looking at the logistics side of the business, which was very important, and it really helps. Yeah.
Good. Anything you want to add? Don't have to.
Yeah, the feedback, it was alright because in the beginning it was only just 2 people were dominant in the group, just speaking and contributing, and we were like sidelined. We felt like sidelined until we had to make it known to the other guys, like, look, we're also part of the group, so we need also to contribute as well to this project we are doing. Yes.
So it was a useful milestone halfway through the program to check, sort of sanity check
Yeah.
the
Yes.
way the team was functioning and improve its performance, and ensure that you could get a good result for your
Synchronize it well.
peer review at the end of it. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Good. That's helpful feedback. I appreciate just how striking that had
Feedback for the team feedback. So feedback for the team feedback.
Yes. All right. Now, both projects you've been working on are quite sensitive, quite confidential. But assume now that this video is going to be quite public. So, talk without revealing anything sensitive about who the client is and too much detail about what the project was. But can you give us some idea about the nature of your project?
Our project is about the hospitality industry and specialized in casino. So
Okay, let's just cut that.
Casino is alright. Casino is alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The client was okay with that one.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because
got the
they have
approval.
we got the approval for that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
we
So
can
we can-
use casino.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
is the target market, but I can't talk anything about from that.
All right. Well,
So-
just cut that. We'll start
Start
again.
again.
All right. Start again. So,
So
the
the
project is
hospitality industry and increasing the service productivity. So how to save time, utilize resources properly, and generate more revenue. So that was our nature of our project in the hospitality industry.
right. Okay. And Anna, do you want to talk about your project?
Okay, so with our project, we were focusing on the logistics side of the business that we were working with. and we were looking at improving the storage and distribution process of because that's like the main part of the business, and it was the part recommended by the manager and the owner of the business that he's finding it difficult to handle that, and he really needs help in terms of improving that side of the business.
Right. Well, let's talk now about thinking about future students that are going to do two things. Future students that are going to do this course, future students that are going to do something with Peter Melilou, future students that are going to do something in operations management or what's called project-based learning.
Mhm.
So basically this was called it's a project-based learning class. So considering those three aspects, what are some of the top pieces of advice that you would give to students to successfully undertake a course like this, like 7350?
So I would say I'm doing 2 papers with Peter this semester, that's 6350 and 7350. And you get to see 2 Peters, different Peter on Wednesday and a different Peter on Thursday. So the Thursday Peter is totally different. No, he's very strict and he wants things very professional. So just an advice, don't take things lightly and start from day one. Yeah.
There's gonna be more of group work. So if you are not much into group work, you have to pull up your socks on that one.
I'd say just do your homework and just follow Peter's marking rubric. That's like if you follow exactly as to what Peter is asking you to do, then you'll be fine. Yeah. Which I didn't do before. And now I know.
You know what a rubric is
Yeah.
and where to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that it's gospel.
And I would say, like, you have to be on track, you have to be professional. So if you want to gain good marks in Peter's course, you have to use formal English, good language you have to use. Yeah, that's what.
Mainly, it's not that hard if you follow what is the resources available in Moodle for the course. So if you just go through it, it's very helpful for you to finish your assignments or finish your homework, whatever expecting. It's already there. It's a matter of reading it and understanding. If you don't understand, it's always available for you to discuss and go through it before you start your work. Plan properly. If you don't understand, stop it, ask, clarify, then proceed forward, instead of just wasting your time and energy, everything. If you don't understand something, stop it immediately, ask, clarify it, and then proceed forward. So all the resources are available. It's a matter of using it properly.
Okay. For me, 3 points. The first one is suggested for the future students. If they study a project-based learning, they have to understand what the customer needs. And the earlier they know their demand, the better the result they will get. Because for our project, at the beginning, we are focused on case study, try to find some information from website, but we found that what have studied or got is different from the customer's thinking.
Yes.
So yeah, if you have a project at the beginning of the study, try to communicate with the customer and to understand what they want, what they need, what issues they are concerned. So based on their demand and needs, to start with your study or research. That's the first one. Second one, I think it's suggested to focus on some small issue instead of big issue, right? Because it's a time constraints. We have also focus on other class. But because we are students, it's not employees. So, but you can explore more and more insights with the process of your study. I think it will be more helpful for you for the class, right? And for the third point, I think start with the professional journey of the study. For example, for our team, when we meet client, we put on formal clothes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also we will send invitation, right, to lecture and also for the presentation, we also put on formal clothes and we send invitation to customer, to other guests.
Be professional.
Be professional. It's very important. Just to think that you are really a company and that they are really customers, and try to convince them to accept your products and service.
Yeah.
So I think that's my
I want to add
Okay, yeah.
something for that. If you want to do it successfully, the project, the operations management project, has from the last semester feedback that you gave, involve the client into the project. Like
Yep.
we always keep our client up to date, and at the presentation, as Peter saw it or everybody witnessed, when the audience, when they asked a question, client knew about the product, and
Yeah.
sometimes client answered the issues. Like for an example, Avi there had a issue and he had some questions. It was not we answered the question, client answered the question because he knew about the product. We kept the client up to date, and he knows what's going on in the operations, what's happening in the software,
Yeah.
the features, everything. He was up to date, so it was easy for us to communicate with the client.
Yeah.
And then we always involved the client, and
Yeah.
when we went on the wrong track, he just put us back on the track, and this is where you have to go. And if you don't understand, he just stops us and asks, what is this, so it was easy for us to present it on the first day, because client already knew what the application is, what we are doing, what we have to do. We got feedbacks from the client beforehand, and we involved him more into the project.
Thinking about some of the other people in the team, what has been some of the amazing growth, personal growth that you've seen in someone else in the room?
Okay, for my team, and I think everyone has a great progress during this journey of study. And firstly, we can study some knowledge, such as some technologies utilization, and how to try to apply it to the casino. And also Hapaso also tell us what the progress of the project, and always to remind you what we should do for next part. Also for Godly, and when we finish interview with the customer, and in the next week, next day, right?
Yes.
She texted me that I've got an idea for the issue,
Yes.
how to resolve it. Yeah, I think it's active. And also for the Sheldon, he's the project leader,
Client.
client communicator, yeah. So he always try to find out some chance for us to communicate with customers. So it will make it easier for the customer to understand what we are doing. So I think all of us learn lots from the class, from the project.
From the project, what I learned about each individual in my group or the others was how enthusiastic they are for the project and how interest they showed in the project, because we came up with a new technique that was not in the market. So we designed something and like thinking out of the box, and like keeping that in the mind, okay, we have a time, this is our scope, this is what we have to achieve by this time. So it was so easy for me to handle them because they knew what they have to do and they were ready for it. Anytime when I send a message to Godly, like sometimes I have kept Godly till 2-3 o'clock, I guess. Like I keep her awake and get the things done, and Sheldon, I don't let him sleep until he finish sometimes. So you don't go to sleep until you finish this one. So I keep a target for them and get it done. So likewise, their dedication, they were ready for anything, anytime. So it was so easy for me, and I learned that they are very energetic and actively participating in everything. So it was so easy for me to handle that.
Okay. Any other comments about anything you'd like to say? Any other key highlights for you?
I think is building relationship. Like, I mean, to me, it just feels like we all just one big happy family. That's why I can, like, I feel so confident to just say whatever I say. I don't care if I'm wrong or right. And Peter is just like a father to all of us. Knowing that you're there to correct us when we're wrong and to, help us when we need help, which is really makes us all feel like we're at home.
Yeah.
And we have to study hard, learn from each other. Like we don't like this whole team feedback thing. It's really important. Like reading their feedback on our project, and we going to provide feedback. It's like giving a helping hand to someone who needs help. We talk about our project and we think that's perfect, whereas sometimes when we do something, the same thing all over again, we just think that it's perfect. Whereas when someone else step in and read it for the first time, then they will identify some of the weaknesses and some of the mistakes and errors that we have there, which is really good. Whereas when we get to read their report, it's totally new, like all the things that they say to us, and we get to help them. I really enjoy that. That's not me, but I'm totally a different person now, which is
sharing the knowledge and
That's nice.
So you say you're a different person now, and I know you're a different person now. I've seen such a tremendous transformation in you over the semester.
Yeah, I think I will have to say thank you to you. Like for my other courses, like sometimes they just don't recognize the ones that are not doing well. Like especially for me, I'm just like one of those that's just, oh yeah, as long as it's done, as long as I pass here, that's it. Whereas for you don't just look at Terry because he's doing really well and then, oh yeah, it's all right, my class, I'm doing great. But you recognize me where I'm like way on the bottom, and you believe that I could be a better person than what I am. Which
and
is
the team
why
support, giving the hand and putting it up.
Thank you.
Like when we are climbing, we don't climb alone, we climb with the team itself. So
That's really good.
Yeah. Good.
And another thing I find, like I have to tell the future next semester whoever coming, you won't just get help. If you need help, you have to ask.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand, or just don't sit back and just keep quiet, I don't understand, I can't do it. Step up, ask questions and rectify. The help is always available. It's a matter of asking the help, and because people don't just read your face, okay, he don't understand, I won't come and help him because looking at his face, if he asks only I can help him properly, or is it like there's no point of doing anything. So if you need any help, just ask.
And it's not just help from me, it's help
It's
from
from
the
everyone.
other.
Yes.
Yeah.
If the feedbacks that they gave in every presentation, it helped us also. So it's like they are giving feedbacks for us, we are giving feedbacks for them. So we are helping each other to successfully finish our assignments.
Yeah.
So that's like helping the team, other
It's
teams
give and
plus
take.
And Godly, you've not had work experience before, and you're new to New Zealand.
Yes.
And you were relatively shy at the beginning of this class. what are some of the things that you feel, or what do some of the rest of you think Godly has become through this course?
For us, she is key. We promoted, she was a project secretary and we promoted her as a technical assistant. The ideas that she came up was like tremendous. I was like impressed. Seriously, I was impressed the time we were just discussing in the library after the meeting with the client, and she just came up, I have an idea, let's develop a software where this thing, and she just came up with the software and showed us. I was like, wow, this is so cool, let's proceed it. And we just did some adjustment and she was ready for it. So she's a key person in our team.
Yeah. Right. So I didn't quite catch what you promoted her from secretary to what?
To chief technical assistant.
support.
She's the technical IT
Chief Technical Officer.
Yeah.
Right.
And she deserved it.
Right.
She deserved it.
She gets paid.
Definitely.
You can sell the product to the customer.
Still under negotiation. Client is still under negotiation, so he has to talk to the manager and he's to come back to us on that. So then, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and for me, Godly is reliable. So Godly doesn't have work experience, right?
No,
It
she
doesn't have.
You don't have, but if you go to workplace in the future,
Yeah.
it's a key thing in both eyes.
Yeah.
Because you always can accept other people's ideas, and you can do active listening and to executive it. So executive is very important in the company.
Yeah.
So try to finish the target by the time stone. Be a reliable person.
Yeah.
It will be very, very beneficial for your future career. Yeah, so that's my feedback to you.
Yeah, I want to add something for that one. Like in my team, in real working environment, I worked for so many years, and what I want from my team, my staff, is I don't tell them what they have to do. I just tell them this is what I want, and this is the time. This time I want this one. That's it. I don't care how they do it. I just want the result. So I can if she's working with me, I can rely on her. Say, Godly, I want this done by this time, and I'm sure it is done for me. So I don't have to worry about it. That reliability is there. You can depend on her.
All right. So it sounds like you can all write good references for each other when you're applying for your jobs. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
That's something.
I would say that there was one instance where we were all in the library and Godly just comes. It looks like she's not slept. She just comes to the library and she just gets very emotional and starts crying. And that was because she didn't finish an assignment.
No, she finished it. She got
she
bad
finished it.
feedback.
Yeah. So she's just grown up from that phase because we made her understand that we know that you can do it. So just take your time, relax. So I can just see that she's come up a long way from that day till now. Yeah.
Well, I think we should say goodbye or welcome. We should say welcome to future students in our own language, because we're from all different countries here. So you choose whichever language you like to say welcome to operations management. So
Have a start. 所以欢迎未来的学生能够进入到运营管理这门课程。然后从我的这个体验当中的话呢，大家能够学到很多的知识，从这门课程当中。不管你未来的这个工作是不是运营管理，那么你都能够学到一项技能，或者是说一些知识，从这门课程当中。所以说祝你们好运。
ඔබ සාදරයෙන් පිළිගන්නවා.
എല്ലാവരും നല്ലതായിട്ട് വരാൻ റെഡി ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുക. നല്ലൊരു കോഴ്സ് ആയിരിക്കുമെന്ന് ഞാൻ ഗ്യാരണ്ടി ആവും.
Talapalava malolele pulovinaka. Kekasih Operation Management in Peter Manila.
It's not Gamchirai who operations management na Peter Mellon.
Just
I don't know how to say it. I really don't know how to say it in Hindi.
Yes, you're welcome.
Can I just say it in English? It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
So welcome to Operations Management, and I'm sure you all will have a good time.
And that's all from Operations Management, the class of 2015. Thank you all very much indeed.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.